suppose I should introduce myself. Hello, my name is Tim Dench. I am the chairman of the Mikindani Cricket Club, the Crown Prince of the Independent Principality of Mikindania. But I'm now talking to you in my capacity as the project manager for EdUKaid in Mtwara. Do I have any other roles, titles? No.
I can think of a couple.
Yeah. Anyway, are we actually starting filming seriously? Over the past year in the UK, we've obviously the main work that we do is in Tanzania, so the UK is the supporting base, and we've had a number of very successful fundraising events. Over the year of October from 2004 to 2005, we managed to raise in excess of £25,000, which is a very good figure and was substantially above the amount that we spent during that period. So we've gone into this year with a good budget, a good fighting fund. This year we've had the same events we've had in the previous year, which were very successful, namely the annual ball, which last year was very successful again and also quite amusing. We had the Banzai gambling competition, which was great fun and also raised some cash, of course. And the other main event was the sports weekend, which this year took place in August again at Wyvern College. Had rugby sevens and six-a-side soccer. The EdUKaid teams which are entered for both events, of course, played with courage and finesse beyond the greatest sportsmen, and we lost. But it was a good day. The other main thing which we've been doing in the UK is to develop our links with local schools in the Salisbury area. The schools, we've really worked in the St Osmond's Primary School, but we have also worked in a number of other schools. And what we're developing is a link between the primary and secondary schools in the Mikindani area and those in our local region in Salisbury. Mainly from our point of view as a fundraising exercise, but also is a very good thing for the two schools to do because they start to learn about each other's cultures, lifestyles and their way of learning. Our work in the UK is of course absolutely vital, but the purpose of that work is to enable us to do what we need to do in Tanzania, which is to improve the situation in the schools and to improve education standards. Over the last year, our main focus has been to enable our volunteers to teach effectively in the primary and secondary schools in which they've been allocated. One of the main things to achieve this was to buy and equip and furnish a house for them to live in, and also as a base of operations for them to go up to the schools, to teach from, to prepare lessons, and generally an area where they can relax and have fun. As you can see, we've done a magnificent job on the building work. We bought the house which is named Mottisfont in quite a hard competition really, won by Chris Murray to name the house, for just under £3,000, which is a very good deal on the building. Obviously we've had to do a lot of building work which has taken up a considerable amount of time and effort and obviously cash. But what we now have is a building which can accommodate in great comfort relative a large number of volunteers, but also we have our offices here so we can do all of our administrative work here. We have classrooms so we can teach from here, and it's a self-contained unit. We have our kitchens, we have running water and electricity, everything a man or woman can need to teach in Tanzania. Having volunteers based here has required a lot more than just a house for them to live in. The other things we've had to do have been rather more tedious and difficult. The main problem is getting their immigration sorted out. Basically, to work here they needed residency permits, which first of all required us to register with the Tanzanian government as an NGO, which took quite a lot of time, quite a lot of money, several arguments and a lot of hassle. However, we've done that, and now our volunteers are able to apply for residency permits and so can work and live here happily. Other things are just smaller things, making sure that they're okay health-wise, purchasing food, buying bicycles, making sure they're okay getting to school, okay working within the schools. We think we've done this successfully over the past year and are sure we'll be able to do so in the future. Ahoy there. Quick slurp. Well, the trustees of the charity, well not all of them, but most of them, came out to visit the project in April of this year. And it was largely as a result of that and the experience of myself and the other volunteers which has led the charity to decide that they will increase their commitment to the Mtwara region in the future. The first step in this was to increase the number of volunteers which we have from 2 to 4, so we'll have 1 in each of the schools that we support. So here we are at Mtwara Airport, we're waiting to collect the 4 volunteers who are just about to start their tour of duty here.
Oh, a little wobble.
We are now looking at how we will work in the area in the future. One of the things we've done to enable this to happen is to establish the Mikindani Mtwara Education Forum with Trade Aid and the Danish Schools Project to look at the needs and requirements of the schools and other education institutions in the region and see how that we can help them and work with them in the most efficient and valuable way. One of the most important factors, of course, of having people here as volunteers is to ensure their personal safety and the safety of their goods is just so well looked after. Oh, hello. So obviously over the next year we've got a lot more things to do apart from just teaching in the schools, which is of course the focus of our efforts. We have the school sponsorship scheme where we support the schools with resources, improving their classroom facilities and other things. We also have the pupil sponsorship scheme whereby we pay for and equip young men and women to go to schools to learn when they would be unable to do so because of financial reasons. We're also looking to other areas, particularly adult education, information technology training, and just generally English tuition for other people outside of school. Thank you all very much for coming along this evening. We hope you've enjoyed it so far. We hope you enjoy the rest of the night. We look forward to another good year of fundraising and fun, and also do a lot more work in Tanzania improving the educational situation. Thank you again and good night.